You see, I ain't got you on the side that time. Well, you like that? You like? How you doing, baby? Happy. Oh, Brandon! Hey, Brandon. Y'all, Brandon's here. Brandon's here. Y'all, we ain't seen Brandon. Hey, baby girl. We ain't seen you in a couple days, Brandon. They been asking about you. Yeah, y'all, he here today. Y'all, he doing well. You know, I tried to let him know you was all right. He all good. Yeah, we got Brandon in the house, people. So how y'all feeling for a second? I'm too loud. I'm sorry. I'm too loud. Inside voice. We're gonna use the inside voice. Oh shit, they got the French rose. Ooh, ooh, they got the Michigan cherry. Ooh, they got the Colombian. Ooh, ooh. Okay, we're gonna go with the Colombian. Any, many, miny, mo. I love options. Yes, I do. I love options. Y'all had a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk about, but I tell you, it changes as I as I move. As I move, because just a little while ago before I came here, I was thinking about something. Now I know part of what I wanted to come to y'all about was like getting back to basics and stuff, like as far as what you teaching your kids. Like last night I went to see one of my aunties, and you know, I'm on an organization. It's like one of the things I'm working on. And time management is one of the things I'm working on. So y'all see what I'm doing with the tools and stuff. How you doing? With the tools and stuff. Ooh, y'all see the way I looked at her? I ain't mean to, but she had no mask on. I guess it's just in us now because this is what we supposed to be doing. So somebody ain't doing it, you know. Hey, Sheriff, how you doing, baby? Hey, Terry, how you doing? I'm trying to put this down so I put the cream in. I lost my train of thought. So I went over there and she was showing me what she been doing because she been organizing and stuff too. So I be wondering every so many months, I go through my cabinets, I rearrange like my canned goods or like my Tupperware and everything. I organize it. I throw the ones out that don't have no lids. Like I know y'all probably do this too, right? So, you know, I'm sitting up here and when I go over her house and she opened up her cabinets, all her canned goods lined up, everything stacked up on top of each other. So you know I'm jealous right about now because that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm doing, at least for my tools for right now. I'm gonna get to the kitchen probably tomorrow, but I'm lying, probably next week. But the moral is, yes, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so used to being in here by myself. But it's funny because I always wonder why did I do that and where did I get it from? And I'm quite sure it's a couple people that contribute to that because my grandma was neat like that too. My mama's mama. You know, a few other ladies in my family, aunties and them that's neat like that too. But it's just funny to me how her canned goods and everything, the Tupperware, everything was stacked how I stacked. So I know that's where I get it from. So do you ever just sit back and look at yourself and think about the things that you do and then think about your life and think about the people that contributed to you doing what you do or being how you are? I'm the only one that do that. So back to what you're teaching your kids. I know a couple things we used to teach our kids, or things that I knew growing up, or things that I was told. Hey, Yabra, how you doing, baby? Hey, Tyron, how you doing, baby? I can tell you a few things I was taught. I was taught to share. I was taught to share. I was taught to be nice. I was taught to play fair. Yeah. How you demonstrate that? How do you teach your kids that? Do you teach your kids that? Because I done heard a couple parents tell their kids, you ain't got to share nothing. This your stuff. No. Instead of trying to be nice, I done heard parents tell their kids to fight kids. Shit, they hit you, you hit them back. Not go tell. Not gonna tell the teacher. Shit, they hit you hit them back. And in some cases, yes. Yes. But when they little, don't tell the teacher. Don't be. I seen the video. I'll share it later. Anyways. So when you take these babies out these parents' lives, you're not sharing. Especially when you take these babies out their lives and there ain't no reason to. You know the ones I'm talking about. Those ones that discourage the relationship because, say it with me now, they personal feelings because they still mad at their baby mama or mad at their baby daddy. So they turn that baby against them to the point where they the only ones that this baby love and trust and live with. And yeah, those people that lie to them babies and manipulate them babies, those people. So yeah, you ain't teaching your baby to share if you ain't sharing that baby. Yeah, that ain't fair. You're not playing fair. And I'm going to tell you another thing. You got to be fair across the board. Even if y'all fight. I don't encourage that, but what I'm saying is, even if y'all fight. Because see, I only came across, that little program I got called Attitude Adjustment. I only came across a couple parents that's going through what I'm going through. Like the normal dynamic of the parents that I serve and the families that I serve is generally the mama coming in with the problem, the daddy ain't nowhere to be found, or the mama playing games with the daddy, keeping the baby from it. It ain't too many cases where the dad do it against the mom. Like, it's rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't no real issues like abuse, I already told you abuse. I don't know too many baby daddies that's running to try to get the kid from the mom, And then even in situations where it's a little boy. Because then, not a little girl, I haven't heard too many, but even if it's a little boy, if it's a situation where the child has to be with one, of course, I would choose the dad for the boy and the girl for the mom. But it should be a situation where y'all should mutually be able to take care of those babies and share those babies. Like, our situation was shut up. I already told you she with me Monday through Friday with him on the weekend. I felt like we shared her 3.5 days of the week. That's about as close as you can get to sharing something throughout the week. 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to teach your babies. And you got to show them. You got to find ways to do that. So the first is y'all relationship. How y'all are with one another. How y'all choose to deal with the separation and the divorce and still sharing this baby and both being mutually responsible and able and capable of taking care of this baby. Both of y'all sharing this baby. That baby got to see that demonstrated. Yeah. That's the true nature of sharing. Yeah. That baby got to learn that. You got to teach that baby that. But when it comes to playing fair, even when y'all fight. Hey, baby. That stuff got to be fair. It got to be fair. Like, you got to know you at war, and you got to know that you fighting. You know what I'm saying? Not condoning it. Definitely the baby don't need to see that. You too, baby. Definitely don't want the baby to see that. Oh, no. It happens. But you definitely got to play fair. Like, see, in my situation, wasn't nobody playing fair. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, wasn't nobody playing fair, man. I ain't even know did nobody like me like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing stuff like I'm at the baby birthday parties, bringing drum sets. I'm bringing the baby widget spinners that glow in the dark, man. Yeah, I'm over there chilling, sipping wine, man. I swear for God, I did not know that I had beef in these streets. And that's what it be like when you raising a child with somebody that you don't particularly care for. But yet still you got to be civil and you got to deal with them and you got to, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that baby, it shouldn't be. I tell y'all that all the time. Ain't nothing too much for my babies. Nothing. I'm telling you. Y'all know how I felt about that individual. But when I tell you I check her in a minute about disrespecting them, yeah. I ain't gonna never forget when, and I know I'm spearing off y'all today, it's just random thoughts. Because it's Sunday. I don't even come out on the Sunday. But remember when I told y'all that he sent me a text when she called me by my first name and he allowed it? But yet and still, when I heard her back there hollering at him, I checked her. That wasn't fair. Shit's gotta be fair. It gotta be an even playing field. You understand what I'm saying? She can't have a problem with me over there with you and you don't tell me. But as soon as she tell me she got a problem with you, I get on the phone and call like 911 to let you know so that the next time you talk to her, you can fix it. That ain't fair. Yeah, so when you fighting over this baby, everybody got to know that they fighting. Everything got to be fair. You got to teach that baby that. Because, see, the only thing you teaching this baby is they don't have to play fair. And you teaching this baby because chances are you got to turn this baby against this parent. So that means now they're on your team. So now that they're on your team, you got an unfair advantage because now you got a baby, a spy, who telling them all the information and how they can get you and how they can take you down. So yeah, it's terrible. I'm laughing, but it is terrible to even put a child in a situation like that where they have to choose what side of the war they want to fight on. But also, if it's a situation where y'all fighting and y'all going against each other and it's a competition, you got to keep score. You can't have a competition and the other person don't know that they competing. Like, obviously it was a competition and obviously they won because obviously I don't have the baby. So the prize is the baby. They won. So all I can think of is, first of all, I didn't know I was at war. I didn't know I was fighting with anybody, first of all, to even defend my character as a parent. And then on top of that, I didn't even know I was competing with anybody because realistically, who am I competing? Where's the... I don't even know how to put it. I don't even know. So if it's a situation where it's a competition, you got to keep score. And that child has to be responsible for that. That child has a lot to do with a lot of stuff. Yeah. If you're raising that child a certain way, talking that child around, adults around, and the kid is, the kid is probably more mature than what their age is, I'm quite sure. So they know what's going on. I'm going to tell you that right now. The kids know, they pay attention, and then if you got manipulative parents, they talking to them and they telling them. So on the flip side of that is the kids be running stuff. Excuse me, it's a Christian show. So you gotta be vigilant. You gotta pay attention to the baby. So when you put babies in situations like that, and they gotta choose sides, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult for them. But I'm not gonna excuse them. Children have to be held accountable when they do switch sides. My thing is, if it's a situation where y'all fighting or y'all competing with one another, everybody got to know that that's what's going on. That way, y'all can keep score. Because, let me tell you, if you're in a situation where you have a parent that's always buying the child and you have another parent that don't, it's going to always seem as if the parent that's buying them is the one that's doing it. That's the parent. That's the best parent. That's where that kid needs to be. But in all actuality, you're not keeping score, because if you're keeping score, I guarantee you, like my son, I'm going to use my 3 years as an example. I'm always using me as an example. They bought her a lot of expensive things. I'll say they because it was him and his peoples, but I'm going to say him. He bought her, they got her, because I can't say him. They got her expensively. Like, for instance, if they bought her an iPhone, I very well am not going to buy a kid an iPhone. Not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But okay, you get a point. Go mark it over there. You get a point for that one. Because I ain't going to do it. And it ain't even so much that I can't afford to do it. It's just I ain't going to do it. Not no kid. No kid need no iPhone. That's just my opinion. Calm down. So, let's see what the other parent coming with. The other parent ain't coming with no iPhone, so they got to come with something equivalent to that. Okay. How about if the child plays sports? How about that parent that can't afford or won't get that iPhone attend every single game that that child had? As to where the parent bought the iPhone only attended one. So if you a basketball mom or dad or a volleyball mom or dad, you know how many games it is in the season, and just say that this child played consecutively throughout the whole school year, all through, I say, elementary and middle school. So I feel like an iPhone is equivalent to the other parent making every single game, and not only making every single game, but filming it and going live so that the other parent that bought the iPhone that didn't come for whatever reason can still see it. At some point, that parent that went that extra mile to make that video for that parent that couldn't come should get an extra point on that board. So all I'm saying is you got to play fair. You got to play fair. And then if you're competing, you got to keep score. And that child has to keep score. Because if it comes to a situation where that child has to choose sides, and if it's a situation where you look at all the points and the points balance out, I think that child should be the one to bring calm between the parents. Because chances are, if a child is that smart and that intelligent to manipulate a situation with adults, I guarantee you, they're just as intelligent and smart, and they're able to diffuse the situation between the two. Don't be fooled. These little manipulators, they're cunning, and they're smart, and they're slick. Hey, Brian, you been talking to me. Hey, Doreen, Brian, let me go back, baby, because I don't want to miss nothing. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Let me shoot you a wave. Oh, guys, I got to hurry up. I got to get over there to that house. Hey, let me make sure I got you. Terrible, yep. We is necessary. It's like MFs care nothing about how that child would develop from all of the BS. I know, Brain, and it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart because a lot of stuff can be prevented. So much of it can be prevented. Yeah, it can. So, I gotta go. Some people don't understand that you can't buy a child off. If anything, trying to buy the child off could potentially create a nothing as human being. And you are correct, Brian. You are correct, because fix it, Jesus. Brian, that's gonna be a whole nother video. That's gonna be a whole nother video. And I'm definitely gonna tag you and bring you in when I do talk about that. We might have to collab on that, because that's an excellent point. So yeah, guys, go back to basics with your child. Teach them how to share. Teach them how to play fair. And then if the kid caught in the middle, tell them that it's their job to keep a mental note and keep track of the points when parents do what they do. Like, for instance, if the parent do what? Buy their cheerleading stuff. Yes, her little cheerleading stuff used to cost so much money. And let me tell you what she would do. She would come at me the day of. That's another thing I want to talk to you about. Have you ever felt like after you divorced somebody or broke up with somebody, one of your baby mamas or your baby daddies, and you still felt like you were still married to them for some strange reason? Let me tell you something that I think that they do, and I could be possibly wrong. I think that they do little stuff that used to irritate you when y'all was together and make that baby do it to you. I honestly believe that. Honestly. And this might not be. I could just be overthinking this, but I hate last minute stuff. And that was one thing when I was married that he would always do. It would always be last minute. It would always be how much pressure he can put on me to complete something or do something, whatever it could be. And I don't even want to think of some of the things right now, because it might bring back some horrifying ass nightmares or something. All I know is that it was always pressure applied. It was always something. It was always a rush. It was always, so I would always ask, stop waiting till the last minute to tell me to do something. Give me a heads up. When you find out, let me know. So that kind of went through even after the divorce and separation. If he finds out something like at the school, if I don't take my ass in there to go see, I probably wouldn't know. So of course he's gonna get a point because he got the information. He on top of his game. He know where it's at. So I get a 0 there. But consider that I take the baby every day, pick her up every day. Sometimes she might tell me, sometimes she won't. As the parent, I think he should have called and told me, hey, what's going on? But nope, that never happened. So I always find out stuff last minute and a day of. Yes. So it's like, I couldn't be able to do it. So he'd do it. So of course he'd get points for that cheerleading bag. But on the flip side of that parent that probably did not or only contribute some towards that bag should get a point for making sure that baby get to practice every day, and making sure that baby get picked up every day, and making sure that baby get dropped off at every game, and making sure that baby get picked up. It should be a point on that other side. So yeah, that child's supposed to keep track. It should never be a situation. All situations should end with the child being able to diffuse the situation. Yep, I'm going to make it simple for you because I got to get off this phone. All situations, it should never be a situation where that child actually had to choose and switch and pick a side. All situations should end after you go through your cycle and everybody get to where, because right now I'm still going through the cycle. I'm going through the part right now to where I'm revealing certain things about myself that you probably didn't know, and I'm revealing certain things about certain situations. So if anybody knew or knew parts and this and that, now they're starting to fill in the gaps and put stuff together, like me, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I ain't figured it out yet. You'll know when I figured it out. When you see her with me consecutively every day, and then you'll be like, oh, Shakenya figured it out. They worked it out. That's a blessing. She with both of them. She got both her parents. She, and then your heart gonna go out, and then when you see me in the street, you gonna hug me, I'm gonna hug you, and they gonna know why we hug you for. Because that's how the feeling that you have, that's the feeling that you should have when a child has that balance of both parents. That child has a healthy relationship with both parents. That's how you should feel. Ooh, fix it, Jesus. So yeah. But until then, I'm on this journey just like you. Because there's a few of y'all that's going through it like me. Oh, it's raining. I hate the rain. I hate working in the rain. So, yeah, guys. That's it for Coffee and Conversation with your girl. When you get a minute, go to my YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe. Hey, who else said something? What else did you say? Okay, y'all, I'm out. Mwah.